Hello, ladies and gents. Clifford Kennels here. Welcome to the big show. It's your host, the man behind the mask. I'm doing a night video here only because we're going to continue the things to consider before you start. Or even if you're already going, different things you may not think about. The last video was a couple things to consider before you build an outdoor dog kennel that's sugar-free. You can see her shadow easier than you can see her. This one I'm going to do on whelping pens. So we're on my front porch. Where to start? Okay. We'll start working from how I pretty much end up building it. This is a Kennel Master 4. It's a 4x4 that I put against the wall to make a 4x6. See? 1, 2, 6. So, like I said, I've noticed a whole lot of people say, oh, that's disgusting, you let the dogs have puppies inside. Any of y'all that watched our past videos, that's our whelping room. We do whelp the dogs inside. What you were actually looking at is what we would usually use as the puppy playpen when they turn about 4 to 5 weeks, so that we're letting them out to run around, but we do not let them out into the yard yet. I'll show you if you've watched other videos. We have a whole separate yard in the back just for puppies. No adult goes in there. No other dogs go in there. There hasn't been a dog in that yard above 10 weeks old in over a year. So anyways, let's start from the inside. And this is just things to consider, things that could help you. This, again, like I said, this is my front porch. This is floor to screen, so you can't see through it. It's not like this screen, which is regular screen. It's opaque. You can't see through it. It also helps with wind and sun and everything else. So this setup I have used winter, summer, all year round. I take it down and put it back up usually. We also have a carport. This will work anywhere. For instance, right here, it could have worked. You see the overhang I have for the storm window, or a hurricane window, whatever it's called, storm window. It can close, but I mean, I could set it up right here. If you've seen past videos, you've seen kennels there before. You see Shug passed out back there. The main thing when setting up the whelping pen, in my suggestion, now I've had them everywhere. I've had them out here. I've had them along here where the wind could get to them. I've placed them along the back, but then they're around the drywall, blah, blah, blah. Right here, so that the house blocks wind that way and the wind's hard to come from this way. But no matter how you do it, the main thing is the cleaning and to try to control the environment. So here we go. What I have here is a Kennel Master from Home Depot, the 4x4. I believe it's $150, and then it's $270 for the 4x8. Always remember when you're doing them, if you're not making it exactly what it is and you're putting it against a wall, for instance, what you see here, if I wanted to move it over the 2 foot I have here and put it in the corner, that's 2 extra feet I got. So honestly, when you buy a 4x4 and you go to put it in the kennel, you can literally have 12 foot long, because mine, you know what I'm saying, it's 16 panels in all, 16 feet worth of panels. So you can make it 12 foot long, 4 foot deep, 6 foot deep, 10 foot long. You know, there's hundreds of ways to do it. I purposely kept this one out of the corner so that I could throw if I needed to, 5-gallon buckets, whatever, of water right here in this corner, and it will push the water that way. During the day, all this would probably even be harder to understand and see. So I kept it away from the wall on purpose. I had it set up in the corner of the wall probably the first year when I used it like this. And I had it, I believe it was a 10x4 or an 8x4, and it just didn't work. It was hard to clean against the wall in here, and I have an obsession. I don't want germs around my dogs, and I don't like the bad smell. So anyways, back to starting. So if this normally would have been like a corner in a house or a corner anywhere else, you wouldn't have had to do this. I covered the window in plastic only so that it would transfer less heat out of here and it would translate less heat in here. We keep our house cold. Like I keep my house at 70 degrees, sometimes 68, 69. Even in the summer, I like it cold. So during the winter, our electric bill is pretty cheap here. So concrete floor, easy to hose down, easy to use buckets of water to splash. Here's the water. We've been using a baby pool now for over 3 years. I want to say close to 5 or 6 years I've been using a baby pool, all the way since when I used to do bullies and pit bulls. I've never had a real bad problem with mothers laying on pups and killing pups, but honestly, just because I'm tired of hearing comments and other people say, why don't you have a whelping pen? Why don't you have one that, you know, the mother can't smush the puppies and it has the, I don't know what you want to call it. It has the ledge that comes out around usually. So right now we already have ordered, greatest idea in the world. Looked real good, worked easy, screwless fiberglass above ground gardening beds. I believe it was a 4-foot, which would be the same distance. I believe this is a 42-inch pool. So, but it'll be a 48-inch square. Fiberglass, like the fiberglass fence, the white picket fences you see, and it goes within 1.5 to 2 feet high. And we're going to get that, put the PVC guardrails in it for the pups, and that's already ordered. Plus we also have ordered, I've never used one before. We've always just used the heat lights, as you see there. That's a 125 watt heat lamp. They also come in red, but the reds around here usually end up 225 watts, which is a little hot. Being winter, you could probably use it, but we're not going to right now. If the female that is expecting goes into labor before the heat pad comes in, I will be grabbing a second heat lamp and attaching it right here, a red one, 225, which will be to heat up that much of the bed. You want to leave from my hand where you see to the left is cool. Always want to give the dogs a chance to get on and off the heat and away from the heat. You know, adjust their own temperature. You can get those heat bulbs at Ace Hardware's, Walmart's. They're $10. The lamp you see is $10. The fan. Always have to have a fan. Perfect example with this fan. You already know with heat, with the heat in the summer, we're in Florida, blah, blah, blah. Other examples, excuse me. Right now we're in winter. We've been having some 40-degree nights. That fan I would put on low and still leave on. Still leave on. That way there is airflow and the mother's breathing nice fresh air. You put up the kennel, then you start to cover it with tarps. Now, mind you, this setup I have here works perfect even in the summer. This is perfect for the summer. The whole thing in tarps, fan on. The only difference is if it's hot out, you don't need the heat lamp. I'm ordered a heat pad for this. and for all of our outside kennel dog houses. But the heat pad I would leave on even in the heat of the summer, unless you're in a place such as here like Florida. If you think you're going to breed dogs and have puppies and you're just going to let the mom mate naturally and then let her have pups under the house or pups in a pool in the house, and you think it's going to go nice and easy, you got another thing coming. I mean, there's always something happening. That noise you hear is Sugar-Free trying to get out of the back. There's latches in the gate, but she knows how to open every single latch and gate and doorknob. She can almost open the front door with her nose. She's an escape artist. So we got air movement, heat. This is how I've done it 3 years in a row. What you see here exactly is what I've done. Cover it up with tarps. We even have a tarp inside. And then on top, I just threw, I think it was a sleeping bag that the kids don't use anymore. Just to help keep the hot air or cool air in, plus keep whatever's from my roof inside to keep it from generating heat or cold down there. Easy to clean. As soon as the pups turn around and hit 5 weeks old, sometimes before that, depending on the litter, we'll go ahead and it's nothing. You just take the baby pool out, and there you go. None of the tarps reach the bottom. All the way around. We keep a little gap all the way around just for airflow and stuff. For an example, up here, that's the fan. If it was freezing out like 40, 48 degrees, the fan would still be on and be on low. I would just simply cover this gap that we keep so that it can suck air into the dog pen. As you can see right here, I'll use my finger. It's on low, it has an off and a high switch. This thing I think was $10 from, I believe I got it from Family Dollar. So, and then water. There's no female in there, it's just the bowl. The food bowl. Food bowl we put right there. And then, of course, one of the more important parts, if you're having yours set up and it's outside, video camera, night vision, sound, infrared. No joking. You need to know what's going on with your pups. You see how it looks messed up? Let's do this. Let's pull everything to one corner, put it back in there, and we'll be right back with a clip of the inside view of the video camera, off the video camera. Inside view, off the camera, so we can keep track of what's going on 24/7. So again, most important thing, making sure it's easy to clean, making sure you can tell what's going on with your pups, good airflow and nice heat. After putting the heat pad in there, there really won't be much else I could do for this setup. That's about it. And then so close it up. latch it up. I have another latch here, another latch there, so that wind or nothing can aggravate. And you have insulated, which if it's super cold out or anything else, you can cover it with more blankets or anything. But the way I have this set up, which was the biggest point, easy to clean, throw water, boom, boom, squeegee it out, sweep it out, whatever. But putting up the tarps makes it to where you can insulate it as easy as you want, as much as you want, or as little as you want. So these are just things to consider. This is an outdoor puppy pen. I was showing you it can also be used as a whelping pen. We are in the process of redoing our whelping room with some ideas that I haven't seen anybody in the dog world do it, let alone the Rottie world or even the bully world. We got some serious ideas, serious plans. Thank you to all of our subscribers. If it wasn't for y'all, we wouldn't be doing this. Don't forget to comment, share, subscribe, hit that bell. If you comment, we do comment back. If you follow, we will follow you back. And again, I'm not arguing with nobody. We're not fighting with nobody. We're positive vibes. We're a AKC Rottweiler collector out of Central Florida. And we occasionally have pups, but we are striving to make a great dog and to just help. If you have questions, feel free to ask. Like I said, Clifford Kennels. It's Clifford_Kennels for Instagram, SassyKK13 Instagram. Don't forget to check out I_am_Black Betty. That's right, I am Black Betty. Her up and coming. And don't forget to pay attention and subscribe just for the fact we have such a crazy upcoming announcement coming at the end of this month. It is a new dog. Where she's coming from, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, thank you for everything y'all do. Thank you for all your support. I'll take you back here for the closing of the video. What you doing, sugar? What are you doing, baby? Oh, it's hard to see her right there. Come here, mamas. Kind of hard to see. There's the outdoor kennels. You got Black Betty on the right, Munich on the left right this minute. We just recently added electric and fans. We have heat pads for both dog houses ordered, along for the inside. So yeah. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see, but hi. I think this is the first time I've ever shown my face. Y'all have a good night.